Right, here we are then. MBK Lakes, Coloured Ponds in Rake, and just put the kettle on. That's my new kettle. Got it from China. I think it cost me about £8. Couldn't afford a tracker at the time, and it's more for bushcraft than fishing, but it's just useful. I've got another triangular at home, bigger than that, but it's a 1 cup wonder, so it's all good. It's pretty cold tonight, today, so I've got my Calder hat on, and I've got this French camouflage woolly thing over the top. Keep my head warm, which I just noticed I've got inside out. To be careful, no, only person on the lake. Anybody on YouTube who watches this. So, let's see, if we go there, and we go there, and then see that. Right, we'll have a look at the lake. Okay, coast is spoiled. Got a mocha chocolate hazelnut coffee. Maxwell House job. You get the packets, there's about 8 or 10 in a box for a couple of quid. Just a bit more interesting than tea or coffee or hot chocolate. It keeps you awake and it tastes nice. So, right guys, catch you later. Here's some spod mix I made. Just pellets with the wheels. That strawberry scopex soil I showed you earlier. This one. And the pellet mix I've used is Batex Time Bomb 3 kilo bucket. Just give it a little stretch. Gonna leave that to break down for a couple of minutes, and then I've got a Calder 24 Bros mini spod, which I'm gonna, like I said, leave that for a couple of minutes and it will soften up a bit, and then I can pack it down, and then it's going out over there just by this part of the island by the tree, and then I'm going to fish mini colourful pop-ups over the top. Got both rods out here as you can see, and they are going out both to the island, so it's going to have a little tidy. Right guys, because I'm going to be putting this over to the island, I put a PVA nugget on it and I've pulled it in tight so it keeps the hook away from the bait so it doesn't get tangled up and stuff. And I've got a little bit of special stuff to put on this, which is some Senses Crazy Bait Double Flavour Squirts Strawberry Scopex. And this time of year it's still going to be on the straw, you know, the sweet flavoured baits. Now, because it's PVA friendly, whoops, having a bit of a giggle here, right, because it's PVA friendly, I'm going to put a bit on the PVA and onto the boilie itself. Right, put that over there and I'll show you what that looks like. Strawberry flavoured. So when that melts off, it's just going to leave that in the water, and then that's going to be popped up about 1 inch, and that should be all the attraction we need for a quick bite. So let's find out. Right guys, got ourselves all set up and sorted. Got the rods moved down here. Put about 10 spods just out here. You can see that tree and this big dark tree here. Between there, 10 spods. I've got both baits up against the island, about maybe maybe a metre off the island, half a metre off the island. It's hard to tell from this angle, but basically on the inside of that tree, drags are just moving, and I'm fishing tight lines because of the tree there. I don't know You can see it's going up at an angle, so who knows? Might be fishing right in the roots. Should have had a little lead around, but like I said, it's the first time here, and I just want to get a couple of baits out, to be honest. Not the rookie's mistake, car park swim on the island, but it's alright so far. I can hear flames roaring. That sounds like they're burning the wood up in the forest that they're clearing. I can hear chainsaws going off up, and just noticed there's a marker float up in a tree up there. Let me zoom in a bit. Just off here, see? Marker float. Anyway, there was. I can see up in this tree up here. There's about 4 or 5 boilies, and so the island is a hot area. People won't be casting to the island if the fish weren't still using them. Pretty sure the no carp's gonna not circle an island because, oh yeah, you smell that smoke now. That's nice. So I'm going to get the kettle out and make a cup of hot drink, chocolate or tea or something. I haven't decided yet. Probably chocolate. It's miserable out here, and we'll watch the battery. So didn't get a full charge before we came out. A couple of Canadians. Oh dear. And it's a gorgeous lake. Reminds you of another lake I used to fish down Dorset way many moons ago. But it is nice. Any new gear I've got to show you, I've got the TFG waistling, zip up waistling, but I'm going to swap that out. I've seen a Nash one with the floats on it, which I quite like the idea of. I'm getting a new landing net. This is going to be my backup net now because this is my 36. I'm going to get myself a 42. And I've got some bait in the car. I'm saving that for my other lake. The idea of coming here and paying 10 quid for a ticket was to have a spring carp out, but we had hail, freezing cold temperatures last night. It's cloudy again. Got a beautiful view behind us. Got the clouds and the cloud field. Yeah, it's a nice little place, this. Not easy to find, but all okay. Right, turn this off and hopefully we'll get some fish. Got some deep ridge flame grilled steak crisps. Seem to be alright. Very beefy, I'll give them that much. I bought some of this off the internet. www.liquidbaitshalo. Pink halo. I've got 2. One's pink, one's green. You can get 2 for about 12 quid. When you squish it, well, if it touches anything, it stays pink. It's a bit like the old Corda goo. That stays pink when you. I think it's basically based on the same stuff. But you put it on your hook bait, put it in the shallows, and it's called a pink halo. It is absolutely amazing. It's like neon pink when it's coming off, and the green is neon green. Now I've just put a load of pellet sweet corn out over there. Oh, that's a better view, isn't it? And I've just put PVA bag on one, and a PVA bag half the size of this on the other. One's got a little white and purple pop-up, 10mm over a bottom bait, and the other one's got a pellet on there with a piece of corn on the hook. And I've not had a touch, I've not had a line bite. I haven't even seen a fish crash out yet unless it was an ounce. So I am wondering, am I on the wrong lake? If I was at Hordle by now, I'd have had a fish, or 5. Which is what we were after. We were after a bit of a commercial fish as the weather's been a bit cold lately. I don't think they're going to be turned on yet, but in somewhere where there's lots of fish, the need for food is greater because, you know, they're all trying to eat the same thing. But we'll give it another couple of hours on the island, and I'm going to start trickling in a little bit of bait down by this bush. I'm going to set the third rod up as a slack line, no weights, just a size 10, with a greedy pig rig, sweetcorn rig on there, and hopefully carp will come under that bush and start troughing around. Well, it's 10 to 12. Where are we? 10 to 12. 5 to 12. Make his mind up. 9:56. There you go. And I've been here for 2.5 hours and I've had nothing yet. 10 quid a day for nothing. Not good. I could have gone to my lake and caught nothing. That's only £30 a year. So anyway, when you do get one of those, they're big. So right, so ramble. See if that tea's ready. No steam yet. With my spare water. I know 5 litres in the car, but did a scout thing yesterday and managed to pick up a 5 litre container, so that's good. It's a bit chocolatey in there from the last one, about an hour ago, so it's all good. Alright, yep, nearly ready. Got my little mess burner in the car before I run out again. Got some mess. But yeah, it's quite nice there. Anybody wants to pop down MBK Lakes in Rake, near Petersfield, 5 miles outside Petersfield, something like that. It's really pretty. But being a Monday, it's very, very quiet. I'll tell you what, I've seen a couple of people walking down this other side of this hedge today. Must be a footpath. All going out that way towards the exit. So a bit weird. You turn around, somebody's there. You're thinking, funny, where did you come from? So it's nice. It really is nice. Alright, I'll stop talking. I'll see you lot later. Okay, just got the binoculars out and looking over on the island. The carp rolled just up where the bait's been going in, where my baits are. But as I said, not in the line bite. So, and just seen a few more bubbles coming up the other side of the island. I mean, it's middle of the day, but it's not exactly sunny and hot, and the fish wouldn't be interested. This time of year, this is when the fish would be interested because, you know, the sun has been out for a couple of hours, doing some good to the water, I hope. But yeah. I did think that little bay down there, if nothing happens by 2 o'clock, the bay down there, the sun's been shining into it, the wind's coming across this way, and hopefully if I walk down and put a rod in and then walk back up, it should scream off. Double figure or 20 would be nice. To be honest, a £5 pasty would be nice, but hey, £5 pasty would be really nice. Actually, I'm starving. Right, there you guys. Well guys, I'm going to tell you what, it's a bit bloody slow. I've seen no fish jump. Birds here are really noisy. There's one up in the tree telling everybody about everybody else. That bored, I put the radio on. I've changed the rigs again. One's got pellet on it and the other one's got sweet corn on it with a £6 hook link, and the other one's got the quarter end trap on it. Made another coffee, and just thinking about walking the bait up into that corner. Apart from one sighting of a carp rolling, the bubbles coming up, there's not really a lot going on. I know there's fish annoying the PVA bags because the bobbins are just moving micro amounts, so I think the roach and maybe some skimmers are in there and they're annoying the hell out of the micro pellet. But as for anything else, there's nothing going on. So I'm thinking of putting a bait up in that corner. Aye up. Little skimmer just topped. Be interesting to have a carp. I mean, if I get back and find out that there are no carp in this top lake, I'm gonna feel a complete wally. But hey, it's too carpy not to have carp in it. Some big bream would do. Couple of £4, £5 bream. Make me happy. Actually, anything will make me happy right now. I'm going to go back and study the list when I get home. And this is kind of like a last minute deal. And we'll have a look. Might have to bring the float rods up here next time. £1.25 and put those out. But it's very nice here. Apart from the sound of chainsaws constantly going off in the background, but we had so many trees over recently around here due to the storms that they're still working on those. Right, okay guys, turn this off. Well, we just had a carp. And if you zoom out all the way up here, you can see how small he is. They're gorgeously beautiful and will be lovely when he's £30. But until then, get back. Well, that was the right hand rod. I'd just repositioned it with 4 pieces of sweet corn on a greedy pig rig, and it worked. So let's get it back out there and see if we can have another one. And informed me that it's a 1 rod water. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, 1 rod alone. I say he, it was a she. I think it was Kendra. And I was like, oh, I didn't read the ticket. I was so wanting to get the rods out. And then the second thing for the ticket, which I was going to read to you later, was no braided hook loops. Well, I was using a coated braid, so technically it wasn't braid. But no, because it cuts the fish's mouth. I was like, braid does, coated braid doesn't. Well, okay. It's probably better than line mono, so being a thicker diameter. And I've been told to be using 18 or 16 hooks. Right, I would have brought some noddy tackle in that case. I don't want to be catching 20s on the size 16. Oh yeah, you can do that. Just play it for longer. No, don't think so. Anyway, we've had one. We've now got 2 bits of sweet corn on the size 12. £6 mono. Up to the island with a PVA rag. I can see a lot more bubbles on the surface and stuff now. Supposedly, last week you would have been banging them out on the size 18 hook. No matter what you put in, you'd have caught. I should have bought my £1 Tesco float rods for that then. Anyway, so now we know. Do not use 2 rods. The 2 rod rule's blown it anyway, I'm not coming back. Not if you can't use 2 rods. But I've got another place I've seen, which is 2 rods, so I mean, if this place is that good in the summer, it might be worth a day just coming down with a float rod. But she did say up this end of the lake it's 8 foot deep, and down the bottom end of the lake by the dam it's 16 to 20 foot deep. And a little pond, supposedly that was fishing a bit slower last week, but it's quite coloured. The fish are moving around now, more. I mean, you can see, you know, where they've been moving around, so who knows. Anyway, I'll stop fumbling and turn this off and talk to you later. Alright guys, well, it's time to pack up now. We'll get 10 more minutes, put the chair away. Everything's packed up apart from the unhooking mat and the landing net. And I've got a corn stop, avid corn stop, with a piece of corn out there, and it's tied up against that tree with a PVA bag on it. Just had another liner, so they're out there now. Seen bubbles come up and stuff, so see what happens. Alright, 10 more minutes.